Maybe you close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. And just start to listen to your breath. Feel your breath going in and out. Where do you notice it the most? Maybe you notice it in your nose or the back of your throat, or maybe you can feel it in your chest. So the physical practice of yoga is called asana, and it means to move with breath, movement with breath. So I want you to be conscious of that as we practice today, and remember to breathe deeply and fully, full inhales and complete exhales. And I will cue you to breathe with each movement, but try to go with whatever feels good for you. Relax the shoulders down. Start to release any tension you might have in your face. We are here at the weekend. Maybe it's been a busy weekend and maybe it hasn't for you. Start to pull your breath into your belly. So I really want you to envision or exaggerate that your belly fills all the way. Keep breathing that way. Maybe there's an intention you want to set for today or something that you want to work on or let go of. Maybe it's stress from the week. Maybe you just want to work on breathing all of that out as we practice. So picture that thing, whatever yours is, put it on your forehead inside your mind. You can gently flutter your eyes open. Placing your hands out in front of you, lifting up, sweeping your legs out from underneath you. We're going to come to tabletop position, okay? Just want to warm up the wrists. So our knees are underneath our hips, our wrists are underneath our shoulders, and I just want you to start shifting the weight forward and backward on your wrists. That's it. Let's go side to side. Remember, full deep breaths. For a half an hour, that's what we're going to work on, fully breathing. Turn those fingertips inward. So palms are still facing down, but fingers are facing each other. Go back and forth, side to side. Maybe we do a little circle, left, and then right. Now I want you to flip those palms facing up, fingers facing inward. And just gently put a little bit of weight on it, rocking forward and backward, side to side. One at a time, roll those wrists out. planting them down on the mat, fingertips facing forward. Take your hands one hand length out in front of you. Tuck your toes under, send those hips back. And start to pedal your feet just to warm up our hamstrings and our shoulders just a little bit. Maybe lean from one side to the other. Your heels do not have to touch the ground. You can bend your knees as much as you like. We really are shooting for a flat back. I want you to look forward. On your next inhale, jump or walk to the top of your mat. And just come to a standing position. So toes can be touching or about a fist apart. I want you to lift your toes up and drop them down from pinky to big toe, really grabbing your mat, engaging the bottom of your foot, pulling up in your thighs, tucking your pelvis a little bit, standing nice and tall. Hands are facing forward, palms are facing forward, and the crown is just pulling to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, give a little extended stretch. So look up, reach those fingertips back a little bit. Press the hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands out to the side, dropping forward, forward fold, okay? Hands come down to the mat. You can bend your knees and just relax. Hang your head down. Our belly rests on our thighs. We're pedaling back and forth. And we're breathing. Remember your intention. What are you getting rid of or working on today? Mine is patience. Inhaling, flat back. So our hands come to our shins. We have a nice long flat back from our tailbone to the crown of our head, okay? Take a few breaths here. I'm going to go really slow this first round so that we can explain each pose, each position, and then we're going to flow through the next few rounds, okay? Exhale, dropping those hands down to the mat. Lift your left leg, send it all the way back. High lunge. So our fingertips are on the ground, tented. We're not resting all of our weight on that top right thigh, really pulling those thighs together and lifting that back knee, keeping that leg as straight as possible. We want a nice long line from our tailbone to the crown of our head. Take some nice deep breaths here. Really feel a stretch in that hip flexor in the back, that quad. Try not to hunch in your shoulders. One more nice strong inhale here. Exhale. Find your balance. Next, I want you to release your hands from the mat. Inhale, sweeping your arms forward and up, okay? Check in with that back leg. We want to be at 90 degrees in that front leg. Our gaze is up towards the ceiling. We have an arch in our lower back. One more nice deep breath here. Lengthening through our fingertips. Exhale, folding forward. Lift that right leg, send it back into a plank. Take a breath here. We're gonna do a movement that flows. So we drop our knees first, then we drop our chest and our chin so our butt is up in the air. We look like a little inchworm. Untuck our toes, leaving them flat, our feet on the mat, and coming up into cobra. So we have an arch in our lower back, our arms are bent right by our shoulder blades, or our shoulders. So we're not really using our hands to press into the ground. We're using our back strength. One more breath. Tuck those toes underneath. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, press those hips back, go into downward facing dog. Maybe you're pedaling. One leg should feel different than the other. One more deep breath here. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and I want you to only bring that left foot forward. So we're coming into a lunge on our other side. So our heel is right underneath our knee. Our hands are tented. We've got a nice long right back foot, leg, all the way through to our torso and the crown of our head. And every time you inhale, you're lengthening. So I'm feeling long. And then when I exhale, I'm maybe finding a little bit deeper stretch in my pose. So maybe my hips come down a little bit, or maybe I pull that knee, that back knee up a little bit. One more nice big breath here. Find your balance. We're gonna inhale, arms forward and up overhead. Nice, feeling very strong. Don't hunch those shoulders up to those ears, bring them back down. Tighten that back leg, make sure that it's nice and long. One more breath here. Exhale, folding forward, dropping those hands to the mat. I want you to lift that back foot and step it forward. We're going to forward fold. So just drop that body over. You can grab your opposite elbows with hands and hang. Really shake your head out. Make sure you're holding no tension in your neck. You guys are doing great. All right. On your next inhale, sweeping your arms out to the side and up overhead comes a standing. Give a little flex all the way up. And exhale those palms back down the midline, releasing them down to the side. A few nice deep breaths here. Let's go through that one more time, but fast, okay? So inhale, arms up overhead. Give a little flex. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, nice and long from the tailbone to the crown. Exhale, plant those hands down to the side. Lift that left leg, send it back. We're in a high right lunge. Check in with that back leg, make sure it's nice and straight and strong. Our ankle is underneath our knee on the right. And we feel a nice long line from all the way from our back left foot to the front, the crown of our head. Next, inhale, sweeping arms forward and up overhead. Give a little arch if you can. Check in with that back leg. Check in with those shoulders, pull them down. Inhale, exhale, dropping those hands to the mat. Lift that right leg, send it back into a plank. Nice job. Here we go. Drop the knees, drop the chest, butts in the air, chin touches the mat. And then we untuck our toes and lift the crown of our head into cobra. Tuck those toes underneath. Nice inhale. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, bring that left foot forward. Nice, long, high lunge on the left side. Check in with that back leg. That front ankle is right underneath that knee. Our chest is shining forward. We're feeling a nice long line from the back of that right foot all the way to the crown of our head. Nice inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhale, sweeping those arms forward and up overhead. Exhale, deepen your stretch. Pull those shoulders down. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale those hands back down to the mat. Step that back foot forward. Forward fold. Nice flowing sequence, you guys. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to the side, come to standing all the way up. Give a little extension. Hands down to the center. And back down to the side. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, a little bit different, so we'll go slow the first time. Nice inhale, check in with your body, make sure you're feeling long through the torso, tailbone is tucked, really engaging those quads as we pull those kneecaps up. All right, slow the first round. Inhale, arms out to the side and up overhead. Exhale, give a little extension, reaching back, looking up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Hands down to the mat, our belly rests on our thighs. Let your head hang nice and long. Shake it out a little, release any tension in your neck. If the hands don't come all the way to the mat, that's fine. You can also bend the knees as much as you need to in this position. One more inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, hands come to shin. We lengthen our spine, so flat back from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Our torso is parallel with the ground, most likely. If you can deepen that bend in your hamstrings. It can be, your head could be closer to the ground as long as your back is nice and long. Couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, plant those hands down to the mat. Take that left foot, send it all the way back, and drop that back knee. Slight variation in the high to low lunge in yoga. This is it, okay? So we are now in a low lunge. I really want your right ankle to be underneath your right knee. I want you to not be leaning on that thigh, okay? Really shining your chest forward, getting a deep stretch in our hip flexor on the left leg. And our toes on the left foot are facing the back of our mat. Push those shoulders down and back. Take that front right foot out a couple of inches. Just walk it out a couple of inches. I want you to bring that right hand in on the inside of that right foot. Try not to let that knee pop out to the side. And if you can deepen your stretch, come all the way down to your forearms. If this is too much, just play around here. Press that knee out to the side. Look, turn your torso towards that knee, towards the right side. Really getting a stretch in the outside of your right leg. Come back, press it back out. Just loosening up that hip. Then maybe you can bring your forearms down to the mat. Again, what we're going for is a nice long spine. Take 2 breaths here wherever you are in this. Inhale, tuck that back toe underneath, come up to your hands, lift that back knee, and send that right foot back into plank position. Just breathe into all those muscles you just really lit up. Drop those knees, drop that chest, chin to the mat. Extend those toes out long and come up into baby cobra. So our hands are underneath our shoulders and we're really just using our back to lift our body. Tuck those toes underneath, take a nice deep breath. Exhale, lift and push back into downward facing dog. So sending those hips up. Nice job, Brandon. Pedal those feet if you need to. You guys are doing great. We're going to even this feeling out. So inhaling, drop the knees, look forward, bring that left foot forward. Drop that back right knee. Release the top of the foot to the mat. Check in with your body. Make sure you're nice and long from your tailbone to your crown. Walk that left foot out maybe about an inch or 2. Bring that left hand to the inside of that. And maybe you're walking your feet out a little bit, deepening your stretch. You guys are looking great. If you can, come to your forearms. If not, play around with that side a little bit. Take your left hand, press that left knee out. Let the bottom of your foot drop into you. So like you roll to the side of your foot. You tilt your torso to the left side and just kind of like make that movement back and forth a little bit, pressing into that knee and that hip. When you're ready, maybe you try to bring those forearms to the mat one more time, feeling a little bit more flexible. Wherever you are, let's take 2 deep breaths. Inhaling, those hands, bring that left hand to the outside of that left foot, tuck those right toes back underneath, and send that left foot back. Let's do a little flow here just to feel good. So let's drop those knees, drop that chest, drop that chin, untuck those toes, and come up into cobra. Nice, I can see the tops of everyone's head. It's perfect. Tuck those toes underneath, take a nice deep breath. And exhale, pressing up into plank and pushing back into downward facing dog. All right, take a nice inhale. Bend those knees, look to your hands and jump or walk to the front of your mat. Forward fold, so our body is hanging over. One more nice deep breath. Exhale all of it, push all the air out. Inhale, sweeping those arms out to the side and come to standing, arms up overhead, palms meet, and we extend a little, looking up, our fingertips reaching back. Exhale, pressing our palms to our heart center. Down the midline, you can release them to your sides. Take your feet out wide. Toes are brushing the edge of your mat. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, pressing the palms down to the center. I also want you to bend those knees, send them out, send that butt back and down. Use those elbows to press those knees open. Have a nice long back. Great job, you guys. This is a yogi squat. Play around, maybe you open your hips a little bit. One more nice deep breath. Exhale all the way. Releasing your hands, you can bring them back behind you. Let's come to a nice seated position or laying down if you'd like. I'm going to take a couple minutes, just a couple minutes to check in with our body. So closing your eyes. You guys did a great job. That was 30 minutes already. You put in all the work. I hope you left everything on your mat or in your invisible mat you drew out for yourself. Relax those shoulders down and back. Just let those hips open and those knees hang. Check in with that intention or what you were working on or releasing today. Is it still on the top of your forehead, in your mind's eye? It should be right there. Release any tension you might feel in your neck. Just start to loosen your body. Any tension you might have in your jaw. If that tongue is pressed to the top of your mouth, let it hang. I hope that you guys were able to find a sense of calm after your practice today or through it, in the midst of it. That's what we strive for, to be better through difficult situations. Keeping your eyes closed, inhale your arms out to the side and up overhead. Exhale, pressing the palms together, bringing them down the center, midline to the heart. Hands pressing together, we're in prayer position. I want you to remember your intention for the day and carry that with you. Nice deep breath, full exhale. Thank you guys, namaste.